we are at the Openluchtmuseum, which is closed because of COVID, but we were still allowed to get in. We're going to make a video about the evacuees who were living here during 1944 and what they did.
As a result of the Battle of Arnhem, the Germans told the citizens that they had to evacuate within 48 hours, and about 600 of those evacuees stranded in the Openluchtmuseum. This is the farm.
Here the people slept on heaps of hay. The only things they had to eat were porridge and soup. It wasn't very luxurious.
This is the pond.
Here behind me was the only source of water that the people back in 1944 had available for them. They used this water to wash their dishes, their cooking pots, and also shave themselves.
This is the koopmanshuis.
This restaurant here, which used to be a hospital back in 1944, was a place for sick people where there were 6 hospital beds and 3 other hospital beds for pregnant women. In the attic of what used to be the hospital in 1944 was a pharmacy. In the walls of this pharmacy you could see what was sold.
Here you can see what was written on the walls. It includes North, injections, and chalk. This is the Delftse Molen, where some evacuees lived, including some members of the resistance.
Bookseller Anton Sweers was a resistance fighter who worked behind this desk in the windmill. He was shot in a raid by Germans in 1944.
This was Anton Sweers' his desk.
The mill servant, who was also a resistance fighter, could see the German airport in Dale from the window in the top of the windmill and could pass that information on to England through radio transmission.
The mill servant could see Airport Dalen from here. You can't see it now because the trees grew in the way.
During the German raid in 1944, 2 resistance fighters were shot dead behind the windmill, one of them being Anton Sweers. The 2 resistance fighters who were shot dead during the raid were buried here behind me in the Kruidentuin. The war memorial behind me was donated by the people who took refuge here in 1944. This was a very fun project for us, and we had also a lot of fun with making the film. It was a very interesting topic that we had fun learning about. This is the end.